Good evening. Tonight I want to talk a little bit about Barack Obama. Barack Obama's vision and detachment from the political machine makes him a clear choice over Hillary Clinton for the Democratic nomination. A couple of main points I want to hit on. Barack Obama comes from a grassroots level. And that's what this country is all about, a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Barack, when he finished Harvard, he had a choice. He could go into the private sector and work for a large corporation, making six figures, work for a big law firm, making six figures. But Barack chose to move to Chicago, where he knew no one, to take a $12,000 a year job as a community organizer. I think that speaks volumes. Most of his friends went on to get those six-figure incomes. Barack didn't. And what I like about Barack is he knows firsthand what it means to come from the people. And that's what we need in the White House. He knows how much gas is. The gas is $4 a gallon. He knows how much cereal and bread are in the grocery store. You know, reportedly, our candidates in the 2000 election never shop for their own groceries. I think that's huge. Another thing about Barack Obama that I love is his freshness. You know, if Hillary Clinton were to go on to win the White House, that would make 20 years of two families in the White House, Bushes and the Clintons. And that's the closest thing to a monarchy I can think of. Kings and queens, and isn't that what we came from and wanted to get away from 250 years ago? Another thing about Senator Obama is his tenacity and boldness. Senator Clinton once said that if the White House phone rang at 3 in the morning, who would be there to pick it up? Well, I think if Obama was there to pick it up, he would be smart enough to know how to respond to it. I think that he surrounds himself with intelligent people. He himself is an intelligent guy, and he uses diplomacy to work things out. And I think another thing that Barack Obama wants to do, in the eyes of the rest of the world, we've fallen off. America has fallen off, and Barack wants to restore that respect, and I respect him for that. Barack Obama also has been called a visionary with sound and pragmatic ideas on rooting out Islamic extremists in Afghanistan and Pakistan. That came straight from former Representative Lee Hamilton, who, by the way, endorsed Obama a couple of days ago. Unlike Hillary, Barack does not pander to special interest groups, to lobbyists, to big corporations. And I think that's in line with almost with the Bush administration and what we've been through in the past 8 years. The middleman gets cut out, and we need a voice. We need a voice. Barack has the natural ability to be a unifier, to bring people together. That's what we need in this country. No more divisiveness. He has galvanized hundreds of thousands of young people. A frenzy that I have never seen in my lifetime, and what people tell me, we haven't seen since the Kennedy election. He is said to have redesigned the contours of American politics, and that is huge. When you have somebody in the White House that can redesign the way we think about politics and get involved, then you have the whole world at your disposal. His ability to reach young voters and independents will make him an ideal choice to run against John McCain in the general election. I'm looking forward to that. I think that Barack Obama has an effective plan to create new jobs. The economy is very sluggish right now, and Barack Obama has a plan to stimulate that. He'll provide tax relief to the middle class, where we need it most, so that not only the most wealthiest of Americans can prosper. We've seen that in the last 2 terms. The rich get richer, and the poor get poorer. A making work pay policy Barack has established. That's a tax credit of $1,000 per working class family, or $500 per person. That would eliminate income taxes for 10 million Americans. And that's what we need in this country. He will open up foreign markets. And that's another thing we need. You know, when Bill Clinton introduced NAFTA, it was this glossy, new thing that we all thought would be the greatest thing since sliced bread. But NAFTA is really not what it's cracked up to be. Barack wants to amend that. He'll work to protect home ownership and crack down on the mortgage and subprime mortgage industry. That's what got us in this mess in the first place. He also worked to create alternative fuels. You know, June 15, 2005, Hillary Clinton voted against grain-based fuel. And I think the folks in Iowa remembered that. So, in conclusion, I think that both candidates have a voice. It's clear that both candidates are not that far off on some issues. But the truth of the matter is, America needs change. And in his book, The Audacity of Hope, Barack talks about this change. You have to change the ideology of the way America thinks and the way we're perceived in the rest of the world. I think he'll work for all Americans because at the end of the day, regardless how you stack it, we're black, white, young, old, and whether middle class, upper class, if you want to call it that, it does not matter because we're all Americans. Barack Obama has my vote, and I hope he has yours as well. Thank you.